Ah, are we here? Is everybody here? Are we okay? All right. I think we've started. Hello everyone. I took the night off last night. I'm sorry for the short notice on the update, but I'm energized and back. I'm happy to start once more. We're going to be continuing Halo 4. How about that rhyme? So I'm hoping to have Halo 4 done by tomorrow night. I don't know how long this stream is going to go. I think I'm going to do Requiem and then the Mammoth mission. And then we'll begin Reach on Monday where more people can be there because I don't have to start so late due to my job. I'm excited for Reach though. I'm excited for how many people are excited for Reach. It seems to be it seems to be a lot of people's favorites. Hi Zaref, welcome to the stream. I'm just explaining a quick plan as to what was happening. Reach on Monday. I'm hoping to have 4 finished by tomorrow. This is the level. Hello, Anthafin. This is the level Requiem. You missed the big orb. So, hello, Aki. How are you? Hi, everyone. So, I'm just gonna start up the video game. I'm gonna start up the video game. I have to go find that chat. Orb.
That scans the
Epcot.
Now the Didact's free to handle it personally.
Yum. Yum. How's the audio, guys? Is it good? Is it loud?
Received his distress call.
Are we? It's the big ball. It's the big ball's the Didact. The Didact is in there. You sound great. Thank you. Aw.
One of them's an officer. Check his IFF tag. The tag IDs him as Jimenez Halo J.
Then Lasky's still out there somewhere.
Nyum. So that ball contains the Didact, which is a forerunner. We accidentally, yeah, we accidentally woke him up, and now we're dealing with the consequences of our actions, and because we kept touching things. Here's the DMR. Everybody loves the DMR. DMR has been a permanent fixture of the series ever since Halo Reach, though I think this one has less ammunition than the one in Reach. Had to get a little bit of a nerf. A little bit of a nerf, and it's still, like, I think the best weapon in the game for PvP. I actually did a little bit of trivia hunting for 4 because I'm not as well in tune with 4 as I am with the other Halo games. And I found some pretty interesting stuff. I think one of the most interesting to me is that this is actually Steve Downes, the guy who voices the Chief. This is his favorite game. And the reason he gave is that he never got to meet Jen Taylor before this game. Never once. He also got to talk way more in this game. Yeah, we all love the DMRs, Arif. It's awesome. It's just a great marksman's rifle. So, this is the first game he got to meet Jen Taylor, which was crazy that, like, Bungie never had a cast party. Bungie never once got everyone together for a slice of pizza and to have, like, maybe a drink or two. Bungie never had anyone come to the office and go, hey, I want to meet all my friends. They never did that? That's crazy to me. Like, of course, that meant that Steve Downes could finally meet the lovely actress behind Cortana, and in a real context. What's up, Baritone? How are you? It's also interesting that they changed the way that voice acting was done for this game because it was going to be way more like story heavy and have way more like emphasis and focus on people interacting with each other in real time. So Steve Downes and Jen Taylor were in the booth together rather than it being like separate recording booths, which is pretty common in how video games are voice acted. I might, you know what, we're gonna switch with the assault, we're gonna keep the assault rifle. Not once. Yeah, there was never a release bar crawl. That's crazy to me, especially because Bungie like subsisted almost entirely off of pizza during the creation of these games. So they never had everybody come together for a pizza party.
Hold up. What was that he dropped on the ground?
I think it was like 300 pizza boxes was what it took to make Halo 3, which, considering the development cycle, is actually not that much. You would think it would be like way more than that. Use Promethean vision. This is one of the power-ups that people did not like in the context of the multiplayer. Being able to see through walls is incredibly strong in any first-person shooter. Oops. Sniper crawlers. Hey, bud. This is a good MA5. This is a really good assault rifle. Wishender flashbacks. Yeah, but Wishender at least is tied to the fact that you're using Wishender. I can use Promethean vision with any gun. I can be like, you know, I have a sniper rifle or a rocket launcher, and you're just gonna have to deal with that fact. Okay. He's throwing a grenade! There we go. Easy game. I was thinking a lot about the the video game. And I found med school students and Bungie employees are... Yes, med school students, Bungie employees, and the Pentagon. Don't forget the Pentagon. Those are the people who are most responsible for pizza sales. Another bit of trivia that I thought was incredibly fascinating is that there was a gameplay leak. There was a gameplay leak of Halo 4. But the thing about the gameplay leak of Halo 4, it leaked in 2012, I believe. It was a gameplay leak of the multiplayer. But the way it was filmed is possibly the most bizarre leak that I've ever heard of, ever. Where it looks like it was filmed in a barn on a cassette tape, filming a CRTV while the loudest music I've ever heard plays in the background. It is the most scuffed recording. It looks like a snuff film, but it's Halo 4 footage. You should absolutely look it up. I was cracking up. I was losing myself. I think about it still. It's very funny. Woo! I don't want to die here. Yeah, I'm a little bit low on ammo. I'm a little bit low on ammo. They're being mean to me because I want to use my UNSC weaponry. How did they leak that? I have no clue how it was leaked. It's so bizarre because it's like, how did that... How did that happen? Why did that happen? I need to switch this out. Yeah, I'll use the Magnum. We'll use a Magnum. Oops, I missed. Come on, Watcher. Yep, good stuff. Gameplay leaks are so funny to me because it's like... Oh, also the gameplay is incredibly scuffed. It's really funny. The gameplay is a guy, like, tearing it up on multiplayer with an energy sword, but he's not particularly good at the game, and neither are the people playing it, and you could be like, well, yeah, you know, this is literally just a first multiplayer test, but, like, running rampant with an energy sword into, like, people should... Like, that's something that's been happening since Halo 2. Have these guys ever played Halo multiplayer before? Maybe. Maybe not. This is the reason why they never did. It wasn't intentional. I know that, like, there's no way it was intentional. It literally, when I say it looks like a snuff film, you need to watch it. It looks like it was filmed against someone's consent and Saw. It's a bizarre sequence. Like, it's bizarre. It's very, very weird. I'm trying to get over to the enemy without, like, I don't know if I'm gonna... Devs don't need to know how to use a certain product. This is true. This is incredibly true. This is where it's like when the same devs who are designing the game get involved with like the balance of the game. It can feel like things are really off because the devs don't really need to know how to... Whoa! Hi, bud. Okay. I'm a little bit sad that he's... Okay. Yeah, his shield's back. Oh, weapon's empty. I didn't get to kill him because I didn't shoot him in the head. Okay, this is suck. When people balance by numbers and spreadsheets and stuff like that. But it's hard. Balance is really hard. It's kind of a passion of mine in the gaming spheres. Because of how difficult it seems. I'm always like, dang, what do you balance for? What do you do? And right now, you know, what is in? Freaking competitive shooters. Competitive shooters are super in. So, like, there's an incentive to have things be balanced. But nobody can agree on what games should be balanced for. Either true competitive fairness balance, or, like, whether something or not is fun. Do they keep something because it's fun? It's like some of the most enduring fighting games of all time were games that were not necessarily well balanced, but were pretty fun. Super Smash Bros. Melee, Street Fighter 3, Third Strike. These games have really enduring competitive scenes, but they're not necessarily what you would call balanced. And then certain games are so unbalanced that they didn't have a competitive scene on arrival.
That's the friend or foe tag, but where's whoever it belongs to?
Okay. Ammunition.
Multiple IDs. Chief, they're friendlies.
Chief, they're friendlies?
We're gonna have to give you an IOU on that welcome home party.
Does anyone else really like the sound design for the game? It sounds very sci-fi. I like it enough. I like it enough. You know how I am about sounds. I'm a boomer. Yep, there's Lasky. And Palmer.
I thought you'd be taller.
You know, a lot of people hated her for that line. They're like, how come she's not bowing down to our chief? They think she's rude. She's voiced by Jennifer Hale, I believe her name is. And that is the same voice actress as Commander Shepard.
Repeat, all birds are down. We got numerous casualties and require immediate assistance. Over.
It's distinct from the original trilogy, and I appreciate that. Well, I hate it. I despise it. I don't want it to be distinct from the original trilogy. I want it to be the exact same.
Captain thought Affinity could provide us cover and hold off the attack at the same time.
That's what I was actually talking about during the first Halo 4 stream, is that they made a lot of changes. Art style, and sounds, and music, and stuff like that. And I think if they eased people into it, instead of changing all of it at once, people might have been a little bit more receptive, instead of the knee-jerk, hey, I hate it. That happened. You're just a hipster and that's okay. I feel like saying that the original Halo's sound design is very good is the exact opposite of a hipster take. I think that's like one of the most milquetoast takes someone could make about the Halo series. But I get the vibe. I get the vibe. I will say, the Marines BDUs change in every single game they appear in. I will say, flat out, I do not like the way they look in this game. I don't think it looks good for Future Soldier. Sorry I'm late. You're fine, Rook. Welcome. I don't know why hipster is not safe for work. I'm sure there are a bunch of words on Twitch that I'm not allowed to say that I will say brazenly, and I will accept my ban with impunity. But I don't like the BDUs of the Marines in this one. But woo! Oh man. Sorry, I really liked how far I flew there. Okay, wait, I want to look at the Marine here. Because, like, it feels not like Future Soldier and more like they're dressed for paintball. You know what I mean? I just don't read Future Soldier from it. The DMR is so good in this game. Good lord. Come on, give me your head. Give head. Want. Give. Please. Don't hide. No, his shield recharged. Okay, he's down. The Knights actually don't have that bad of health. The Watchers are the ones that have the most health. And I don't like it. The Watchers... You know, the Watchers were actually supposed to be completely different enemy types. Like, the Crawlers were originally going to be dudes who walked around on 2 legs, and then when they hit them, they were like, oh! No, the Crawlers look way better on 4s than the... Ah! What the heck was that? The Crawlers look way better walking around with on all 4 of their little toesies. They look like they're from Alien vs. Predator or something. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's the helmet. The helmet looks like, you know, gear that... Because, like, the actual bodysuit, I don't necessarily hate. Well...
Yeah? How's that?
Yeah, it's alright. I'm just looking at you, Trooper. Don't mind me. Oh, don't... Stop walking away from me. You jittery sorts. Looks like a paintball mask. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't really care for it. I think that the open helmets also added a lot of personality. Would Marines in the future wear open helmets? I don't know. We wear open helmets now. I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't know. I just think that it added a lot of flavor and personality to them because, you know, you could see their faces. You could get attached to certain dudes. What was interesting is that the Prometheans were originally going to be based off of the different pieces of chess, right? That's why you have knights. And this was going to carry over. There was... Ooh, hi, bud. That was a little scary. So you were going to have knights and then rooks and queens and kings and all... And crawlers were originally called pawns. Watchers were originally going to be rooks, I think, but they couldn't really get, like, what they wanted them to do. They went through a lot of design changes, and they finally landed on what actually ended up in the game. He's using a scatter shot. No, don't do that. I still don't really know how that teleport ability of theirs works. At least this time they're actually giving me ammunition. No way! Yeah, that would have been really cool chess pieces. I don't know exactly why they abandoned it. I think they just didn't have either the time or the ability to make it work. You know what I mean? I should have kept the DMR over the AR. Hurts. But here's one of my favorite guns. You guys travel in a straight line, yeah? That's kind of disappointing. It didn't kill the turret. Can it kill a, Yeah, I can kill the Watcher in one hit. Ah! I tried to crouch it, and I just stood right in front of it. That was not a good idea. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Oh, that guy died. Nice. Can it kill this guy on one hand? Yeah, it can, baby. Okay, we're gonna look for more ammo for that weapon. I think all the Marines are dead. I hope you guys didn't. This is one of the coolest railguns in fiction. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Halo 4 had so many cool guns in it. The saw, the railgun. These are all great choices. I think the biggest problem is that they indulge themselves. They indulge themselves. At what point do you need the battle rifle, the DMR, and the light rifle, and the Covenant carbine? What do those 4 guns do that's different enough from each other to have them? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's cool that we do have all of them, but what do they do that's different enough from each other? And then because they changed the plasma rifle to the storm rifle, what is different about the suppressor, the assault rifle, and the storm rifle? Not enough. Woo! And it's like, I'd rather the devs indulge themselves than restrain, I guess. But there is such a thing as, like, too many guns in a certain sphere. They do make different pew-pew noises. They do make different pew-pew noises. And you can choose which of the pew-pew noises is your favorite.
Trying to get through these doors. Look for an interface.
I'm not finding any ammunition. Yeah, good railgun. Is railgun in Infinite? Please tell me railgun in Infinite. Is railgun on PC? Have I asked this before? Railgun on PC? Win railgun on PC 343.
These doors open into a cave system with a space large enough
Mike.
for LZ. Hold them
The
up,
sticky
punch them,
detonator
reopen the
didn't come
doors.
back. Everybody should have a sticky detonator. There's so much comedy potential in the sticky detonator. You know what I mean? You can make a lot of silly happen with the sticky detonator. Every game should have a little bit of silly. Should I play Titanfall on this stream? Would people like Titanfall? Do the Titanfall campaign? I feel like that's a good idea. Does the skewer count as a railgun? The skewer counts as something beautiful and something wonderful. That's what it counts as. Hey, another little bit of actually trivia for y'all. So, okay, I need to pull back. I need to pull back. Don't kill me. I'd be very embarrassed if you killed me. You should absolutely play the Titanfall 2 campaign. I think that's a good idea. I think playing the Titanfall 2 campaign is a good idea. Oh, I was gonna talk about something. There was trivia for you guys. I'm stuck in a combat encounter and I completely lost the trivia. Please come back to me. Oh, I missed. That was bad. Dang, what was I thinking about? I'm so sad that I lost it. Oh well, it'll come back to me sometime. Yes, this is such a good railgun. Titanfall is a really good shooter from the people who made it. Yeah. I love mech shooters, and I remember really liking the Titanfall 2 campaign. And I know that Titanfall also exists in the same place as, like, where Hollow Knight Silksong was for a long time, where people are kind of being driven insane because they want more Titanfall, and all they get is Apex Legends. I played Apex once. It's not my style of game. Oh, Cortana. Imagine if the ghost from Destiny talked to you like that. We were like, hey, bud, can you, like, actually open the door? Cortana's going a little loopy. She's going a little crazy. Actually, here's trivia.
Passageways unlocked.
unrelated to what I was thinking about earlier. I have a hole in my memory and I can feel it. Whatever that trivia was is pigeonholed. So, is she gonna apologize?
Sorry about back
Yeah, she is gonna apologize.
The hatch's security was more difficult than I expected.
It's all right.
It's not all right. Nothing about it is all right.
Okay. We can move on, ma'am.
Knight! Wait,
Yeah, I know.
what's he doing?
He's dying. He's blowing up.
They're working with the
Oh, wait. I remember. Because the Covenant jogged my memories. The Covenant in this game are just called the Covenant. That's all they're called. They don't have any other names or anything like that. But they were erroneously reported to be called the Storm. And it's because I think the video game guide for this game had misread the intention behind the naming systems of their ranks and weapons. It wouldn't be the same after this length of time. I'm content to leave the... Yeah, I kind of agree with that statement. That, like, it's like if they release Half-Life 3 now, people have been waiting and making it mythical in their mind for so long that it's like, if it comes out, would it even be good? Would people even want it anymore? Does it even have relevance in the sphere? I kind of feel that way about Titanfall 3. I want Titanfall 3 to happen on principle, but I also kind of, like, realistically understand that... Oh, no! Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! That was...
I'm shocked how quickly the
Oh,
guy gets used by this
man!
Covenant.
It wouldn't be this... Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. So, the Gaming Journal magazine erroneously said that they were the Storm. And, a lot of people just started calling this Covenant Splinter Cell the Storm. And the reason why the Gaming Journal, like, called them the Storm is because the lowest ranks in this group are called Storm. So they're like Storm Grunts, Storm Elites, Storm Jackals. And then they have the Storm Rifle. So people just assumed that, yeah, this is the Storm. These are the Storm Elites. These are the Storm... This is their Storm Rifle. You know what I mean? But no, they're just the Covenant. They're just called the Covenant. And I prefer the Storm as a name because, first of all, it's cool. It's cool. Second of all, it separates them from the Covenant so that you don't get confused talking about one or the other. And third of all, it matches up with Halo's naming systems. The Flood, the Covenant, the Ark, the Storm. You know? Good stuff. And it gives them a cool name to put them against the Prometheans. I don't like that they take a shot of the railgun to the chin and keep on fighting. That makes me nervous. It makes me nervous. Okay, let's get that jackal. One of the writers, one of the head writers for Halo 4 stated in an interview that Cortana, the way that she's written in this game, was based off of his own mom. Because his mom was suffering from dementia during the time he was writing for this game. Which is really rough. That's kind of really sad. I'm glad he could turn that into a creative output, but I'm very sorry that he had, you know, firsthand... I think in his words, he said he knew what it was like to watch someone that you know become someone you cannot recognize.
We have the chief on board and are outbound for Rally Point Alpha Sierra Foxtrot.
What do you mean? What do you mean you took my railgun? What do you mean you took my railgun and my DMR? Did I give you permission to do that? Did you ask me to do that? Did you take without asking? Because if so, I'm taking you to court. How's that for taking without asking? I can't believe they took my railgun. Tank beats Phantom. Aw, it just blows up. It doesn't fall down. I like it when it fall down and blow up. Sag. But hey, we have Spartans. Look at all those Spartan 4s. Spartan squad on the tank. Spartan squad on the Warthog. Spartans killing Covenant. Look at us. Here we go. Dementia is absolutely horrific to win. I'm glad he could find an outlet like that. Me too. I'm really sorry that it happened to him, but I'm glad that he could, you know, make something that maybe helped him heal from that. Did I just blow up one of my Spartans? I did. I have a Spartan kill under my belt, friends. Maybe a little bit of friendly fire. How much did that Spartan cost the UNSC military? Don't shoot me. It was an accident. I was thinking today about like long-term goals. What do I want to do with this channel and stuff like that? Because I still want to make like secondary content and stuff like that. I want to make. Uh-oh, was that me? I now have many more Spartan kills under my belt. The Covenant can't kill him, but I can. I think it's just because this tank has such a wide splash radius. It's a danger to everyone involved. I was thinking about what I wanted to do with this channel and what I'm gonna do and what I'm gonna make and stuff like that. And I got really frustrated, right? Because, you know, I wanna do a lot of stuff. I think this has bullet drop. I think it has bullet drop. That's interesting. Because I also want to, like, I'm gonna make long form content. I'm gonna make video stuff. That's what I'm going to do. Ah! I can't believe I took a direct hit like that. But one of the things that I wish that I was capable of making was music. You know what I mean? There are some really talented musicians in this sphere amongst VTubers and creators. And I am not one of them. I was thinking about it. I was like, because I've been listening to this new guy. He's kind of like in that American folk canon style where it's super clever lyricism and protest music. And just the layers he raps on every single turn of phrase and every single lyric oozes with like just double meaning, and it's so impressive how well he's capable of spinning the English language poetically. And I can't do that. I'm sure it's like, it's a skill, right? It's a skill that you have to learn. You're not just good at poetry. It takes time to learn how to write. This is true. But my brain is so centered towards like analysis. It's so centered towards creating essays that spinning poetry is not something that I find comes naturally. And it frustrates me. I was thinking about like creators like Mouse or ASCII and stuff like that. I'm like, dang, how do you guys do that? How do you guys take an emotion, take an event, take an experience, right, and spin it in a way that not only makes it pleasant to listen to or maybe even moving to listen to, but then like attach it to a song that you wrote yourself using music freaking theory, and people, like millions of people, want to listen to that. It's impressive. It's genuinely super freaking impressive. And it's not one of my skills. So, obviously, I need to get a lyricist. I need to get a songwriter. And I need to pay them oodles amount of money to make me look good, I think, is what we need to do. Aw, my Spartans. They cut me. Oh, whoa, what was that? What? Why did that happen? I got teleported. It was terrifying. Yes, yes, yes. No, yes, no. I'd rather not die. Mongoose. Mongoose. Having someone ghostwrite your angst? Amen. And I wouldn't ghostwrite. I'd be like, hey, this is the lyricist. They make me sound good. You should listen to their stuff. That's another point for Taylor Swift. She writes her own stuff. Ah! She writes her own ding stuff. You know what would be really cool to have in this hunter fight? You know what would be really awesome if I had it? A railgun. I wonder why they took away my railgun. Oh, dang it. Super combined. You have to be really careful about needlers because a single super combined explosion will kill you on normal difficulty and higher. So, don't let that happen, kids. You know what? I'm going to use my Promethean vision. Yeah, okay. The DMR remains king. The DMR remains probably the best gun in the game. I try to write lyrics. Yeah, I think your music's good. I like your music. I think that you saying you're not very good at it is bad and wrong. I think your music is good. And everybody knows that when you're in my stream, what I say and I believe is law. No needlers. No needlers. Where is the enemy? Only my enemies. Okay, these grunts are getting on my nerves. I can't think of metaphors. I can't think of things that spur the human heart in ways that have not been done before. No! Okay. I thought I was dead there. I don't really have any... Ooh. These guys are not friend-shaped. Unlike the original, or the other ones, these guys are actually kind of mean. Don't do it. Come on, come here. Yeah, yeah. Ow! Oh, they do that in Reach as well. How far back do I go, baby? Okay, okay. The hunters are going to be a problem. The hunters are going to be a difficulty. The hunters are going to be an issue, even. I mean, they have fuel rod guns there. The fuel rod guns might be a good choice. Yeah. I'm stuck on something. I'm stuck on something. I'm stuck on the geometry, I think. Stuck on the geometry! Stuck on the geometry! Yeah, let's do that. Let's try to find... did the fuel rod gun despawn? Whoa! Why did that keep happening to the hunters? Did you see that? It seems like if the hunters take, like, a weird bit of damage, they get, like, knocked across the map. Why? Why do they do that? Oh. You know what would have been really cool? If they didn't take my railgun from me. And also, it seems like I have a very short window of time to actually... Oh, nice. Pick up the... Or maybe the fuel rod gun... No, there, I picked it up. It seems like the fuel rod gun disappears if I don't pick it up at a certain point in time. I'll do that. It might be just like there's too much stuff on the map and it despawns. I don't know. I don't know, but it's sad. It's sad, and it hurts my feelings. Hunters seem to have some good jank. They seem to have a little bit of good jank. They seem to have some issues. Some frustrations. Okay, there's one. Nice, there's two.
Master Chief. This is Captain Del Rio.
You can have that.
Lasky just radioed. You picked a hell of a time to rejoin us.
Okay.
Sir, what's our status?
See, like, no, there's no problem. You just need gun that can kill Hunter. If you have gun that can kill Hunter, you can kill Hunter pretty easily and then proceed with
Can
level.
we break the connection?
Main point of contact's on the ship's upper hull. The fastest route is through the maintenance causeway.
The maintenance
There's a Mantis
causeway.
stopped inside the door. Take it. You'll need the extra firepower.
Is this the Mantis? Because I freaking love the Mantis. If this is the Mantis, I'm gonna be so excited. I love the Mantis so much. Please be the Mantis. I want to live my Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yep. Here we go, baby.
The hatch to the maintenance causeway is jammed.
Yeah! Everybody loves the Mantis. Everybody loves the Mantis. I'm so sad this one did not come back in, Are you telling me to blow it up? Why are you telling me to blow it up? That seems like a poor use of resources. I think it's interesting that missile and stomp are on the same button for this. I don't think that was true in the base Xbox. That's a good gun. That's a good gun. Environmental destruction for your cool vehicle, very good idea. Good job, 343. That's very fun. Oh, I hit something with that missile salvo. I have never seen Neon Genesis Evangelion. I have never watched it. I don't know what happens in that anime. I have read it. I have gone on the wiki. I have done an extensive wiki walk. And it would probably deeply interest me. I'd probably get a lot of that out of that anime. But actually sitting down and watching anything is like a nightmare for me. I'm so lazy. You're not going to get me to actually sit down and watch TV. I don't do it. Oh, hi.
Chief, we can't let the Didact get access to Infinity's data store.
Nice,
Let's get
nice,
topside.
nice, nice. Don't do it. Yeah, I wanna keep this thing alive forever, actually. The Mechan Helldivers should act more like the Mantis. It should be freaking invincible. Everybody loves mechs. And that is a kind of a really quick recharge on the overheat. You can actually fire pretty much with impunity because you don't seem to get punished that bad for overheating your gun. Good vehicle. Very cool vehicle. Okay, I'm gonna let my Mantis shields recharge. I'm gonna hang out over here and have a good time of it. I had a really dumb idea. I was staying up last night way too late because I started writing something that I thought was gonna be kind of a cool idea. I've been in a creative mood as of late, but am I actually ever gonna like write anything or create? No, probably not. But I keep making outlines for stuff, outlines for characters and worlds and stuff that I want to write. And one of the ones that I worked on last night was this idea. I want to make a zombie media. I want to make a zombie media because I love zombies. I think they're very fun monsters. But it's less about like zombies and more about like people in an apocalypse and like the systems at large. Like, of course, I would be the one to make a zombie media that's about like the United States government rather than like the zombies. But that's the angle, right? That's the angle about how systems dehumanize people and how compromises and stuff like that are made for the sake of the greater good, and how that, like, how the people who are the most well-intentioned and probably the best qualified to lead are often the ones who are most ineffectual in systems of power because their principles disallow them from interacting with the systems that have been created. Oh, this one just opens. This door just opens. My bad. My bad. I thought it was like the other door that I was just gonna blow up. Okay. Fine. That's fair. Anyways, so like the zombies are less of like a character or a thing. They're more like set dressing. They're an idea. They're part of the themes, I guess, the setting. And the idea that, like, it's not so much what they are as zombies per se. It's the idea that they're infinite growth personified. They are the idea of consumption taken to its logical extreme. That in them, there is true equality. In them, it's a true meritocracy. All of you are just meat for the machine. Their humanity is stripped and all they are but bodies. So the zombies are capitalism. I would say that the zombies are anything that reduces humanity to resources. So, like, they are simply the idea of growth. Unchecked growth, right? So, yeah, you could say that they're capitalism, but I think they're a critique on the idea of it in general. So, the idea was that, like, it would follow two characters. One of them is a United States senator, and she'd be like this kind of hard-line, super, like, principled, not necessarily tied to either party because she's hated by both of them, super, like, civil liberties, First Amendment, Second Amendment, Constitution, America, hoorah type person. And she would be, like, one of the main characters. And then the other main character would be her aide, who is an ex-Mormon, excommunicated because he's gay, super cynical, super bitter, super I hate the system, but because you're nice to me, I work for you kind of thing. And it's them coming to terms with the destruction of the systems that one of them, you know, wanted to reform and one of them is happy to see burn. And how they change as people in the face of, like, unchecked corruption. And it is supposed to be like unchecked corruption and greed on the part of the zombies, but like completely depersonalized. There's no humanity left. They're not making this. It's like natural. That it's nature. It's truly survival of the fittest, or whatever they say for businesses. Munch, 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 munch. I don't know. It's kind of a dumb idea, but I like it. I think it's really fun to play around with. It's really I like because since it's about these two characters, I can really focus on what makes them tick and what they're doing in the crisis. Because the idea is that the senator, I decided that her name should probably be something like I liked Winifred Driver. I thought it was a very perfect senator name, Senator Winifred Driver. And she would, I mean the last name's like, yeah, I just really like Winifred. The idea behind her would be that, like, she's so hardline, she's so principled, she's so, like, the ends do not justify the means, right? And this idealistic, like, the United States system is worth fighting for. To see it all collapse, what had happened and put her in this situation in the first place is that, you know, like, Washington, D.C. is being evacuated. And, of course, the government officials are the ones being evacuated first, and she's like, that's not fair. You need someone to lead the evacuation. I volunteer to stay behind. And the other members of the Senate were like, bet. All right, bye, Winnie, you know. You can stay behind. So, Here's a cutscene. I'll pause my rambling for the cutscene.
It's possible that they're native to Requiem, or whatever counts as native for a Forerunner AI.
We've never seen this type of offensive reaction from any of the other installations. Other installations? Mr. Lasky.
Infinity's mission has been to locate the remaining Halo rings and establish permanent bases to study them for decommission. We got locations up and running around installations 5 and 3, but lately they've run into some setbacks.
A science team got zapped excavating a Forerunner artifact. This sensor data is all that was left.
Interesting. These symbols are a derivation of the Forerunner glyph system.
And our geeks managed to pull some coordinates. I'll give you 3 guesses where it led.
Sir, Gypsy Company is prepped and ready to roll on your orders.
Thank
You can't say that word. It's a slur.
Mr. Lasky, you take point. I want boots on the ground in 60.
Captain.
This is a first contact scenario, Master Chief. Priority is to free Infinity from Requiem's gravity well and file a threat assessment back at FleetCom.
You mean we're leaving?
Sir, Infinity drove the Didact back. He's vulnerable.
He isn't the only one. You know, I think you, of all people, would appreciate the benefit of living to fight another day.
It's weird. That was weirdly antagonistic. Weirdly antagonistic. Yeah, I know you're not supposed to like Captain Del Rio, but that was an intense thing to say to someone. So like, she stays behind. I'm gonna go back to my idea because you guys aren't stopping me yet. She like stays behind to help with evacuation efforts, and then her aide, which I think I'm gonna name him Michael because it's a religious name and it's also a rhetorical question that means like who is God, and it ties into the themes of like what does acting like that even mean. It's a whole thing. But
Infinity to Gypsy Company?
This is the Mammoth mission. We're gonna get in the Mammoth. The Mammoth was supposed to be really different too. It was supposed to be like a walking fortress. But it was too big.
Open the lane for us to move up and provide air support.
There's some fun stuff with the Mammoth that I get to show you guys if I can notice them.
I know you've been off the field for a while, Master Chief, but this is a blow-through op. Sending in a recon would just slow us down. Telemetry indicates the particle cannons are being controlled from a command post southwest of our position.
Yeah, look at him in his paintball gear.
Neutralize those guns. We'll meet on the other side and take the gravity well. Infinity out.
Nice.
I don't know about you, but I usually like a little more intel with my intel.
We'll make it work.
How did such an incompetent man become the leader of the Infinity? Who knows? Bureaucracy, maybe. But like, you know, he's gonna be he's kind of like a cynical and sarcastic individual who does not have faith in the systems or the American government at all, and for very good reason, because of his issues with organized religion and how he was homeless in Utah before he got hired on by Winnie's team. He's the only aide who hasn't quit after like 2 weeks. And they have kind of like a brother-sister rapport. And the only reason he stays to help Winifred after the, you know, the evacuation is because he's utterly loyal to her. I want to be on the rocket guns. Oh, retrieve a jetpack. If you say so. Say so. If I'm rambling, or if it's like, please tell me to shut up. Because I've been talking about this for a long time. I wrote a lot. I had a lot of ideas for it. I don't know even what medium it would be in. It's just like an outline for an idea. Just a story that I thought would be interesting to tell with characters and themes that I find fascinating. But I'm sure everyone has now zoned out of political commentary. Play Halo, dude. What are you doing? Fair. Don't you dare info dump your OCs right now. Well, yeah, so, like, the idea is that it's, like, the themes, you know? The themes. It always comes back to the themes. The themes about, like, systems of government, what we do to maintain our integrity, what it means to actually lead people, how to observe, you know, humanity in ways that keeps them, like, capable of dignity and respect when you need to keep systems of power in place. And the thing about, like, Winifred is that she's a good senator. She can't get, like, voted out, so the other ones just have to deal with the fact that she's there. And now that, like, the government is gone, practically, it's supposed to be, like, I don't know if it's a very realistic collapse, but it is a total collapse. The world falls apart. A lot of systems of power completely fall to pieces. The internet is gone. There's no way to connect with a bunch of people. So, she starts rallying different, like, militia groups and doomsday preppers. But the tension there is the fact that, like, Michael sees the system fall to pieces, and he has kind of like this dark joy about it. He's excited to watch everything that's ever hurt him fall apart. But at the same time, Winnie is, like, mourning the system that she loves. She's mourning the United States. She's mourning what she believed it could have been. And it starts to take a toll on her. The death, the loss of identity and stuff like that. And she starts to kind of fracture. So she starts to hear voices at first. And the voices are going to be, of course, her father. But the thing about it is that I don't want it to be like, oh, another father abuse story, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not parental abuse. He was a Vietnam War vet who did not come back normal. He had been changed by the horrors committed by the American government over in Vietnam. And he raised Winifred to be terrified of glowies and spooks. Of the CIA was under their bed. He was super, like, you know, the anti-American government, the system's gonna chew us up and spit us out. And what eventually led to his death was actually complete distrust, and the fact that the Veterans Affairs did not check in or care about him. He got a minor infection, which led to his death because he was so distrustful of government or doctors in general. He was failed by the system. And this failure of the system led Winifred to want to redefine it, right? To make it better, to change everything about it. And as she starts to crack, she starts to hear his words, see him, starts to see him in person and stuff like that, even though he's been dead for years. And Michael is too busy, like, delighting in the end of everything he hates to notice that his best friend and boss is starting to get a little wacky. So it comes to a head when, she goes completely, she loses it. She cracks. And she becomes, like, a muttering conspiracy theorist decked out in Mossbergs and Springfields. Full flannel doomsday prepper, barely coherent. And he's like, oh, dang. And, you know, it's supposed to be like, what do you do now? Like, what? This was the one person who could have probably saved the world, and she's, like, not present anymore. She's entirely stuck in the past with her father. So Michael, who has never lived for anything, who has never believed in anything, from systems to himself, suddenly decides that he's going to believe in something, which is Winifred's dream of a better world. If she can't do it herself, he's going to do it for her. And so he tries to pick up the slack, but he learns very quickly he's not a good leader. He's bitter, he's cynical, he doesn't actually believe what he's saying, and people can pick up on that. So he needs Winifred, but she's only kind of vaguely there. He learns pretty quickly, though, if he feeds her the right lines, like, this is where the feds are, you know, this is where they're moving, this is where he can encourage her into saying the right things to move people. She's still a master. I'm gonna drive into the water and die. Yeah. She's still a master of, like, logistics. She's still a master of rhetoric. She's just not entirely there anymore. And then Michael starts to become complicit in a system that he despised. He knows for a fact. It becomes apparent that she's not, like, just going quote unquote crazy because of stress or pressure. One thing that she inherited from her father that was never said, stated, or told is that he actually had undiagnosed schizophrenia. And his psychosis was brought about by the stress of the Vietnam War. Her psychosis was brought about by the stress of the end of the world. So she's suffering from schizophrenic delusions, and he starts feeding those. He starts using her schizophrenic delusions to turn her into the leader that he needs her to be at the end of the world. And it's supposed to be a statement on, like, how we abuse the humanity of even those we love in order to maintain a status quo, in order to use systems of power that dehumanize one person in order to preserve humanity as a whole. How Michael becomes complicit in this system for the sake of the greater good, especially because he knows that if the world was still sane and that Winnie was still in the Senate, she would immediately commit political suicide by publicly diagnosing her schizophrenic, her diagnosis, and demanding respect and dignity for those who are suffering from the disease. So it's like, this is like the turning point in the story where they switch roles, right? Winifred is the firebrand, distrustful of the government, and Michael is the supporter of the status quo, abusing someone's humanity in order to save the world. And that's kind of like where I've stopped. I don't really have an idea of where to take it from there, but that's... I don't even know what medium it'd be in. I don't know how to write that. I don't know how to make that compelling. It's just like there, I guess. What is my objective? Oh, target locator.
Target those phantoms for the railgun to shoot down.
Target locator. If we're a movie or show, who would you want to play Michael and Winifred? I don't know. I'd have Zendaya and Tom Holland as Michael and Winifred. Everybody loves Zendaya and Tom Holland as Michael and Winifred. No, that is a really good question. Who would I have? I don't know. Unfortunately, I kind of imagine it not so much as a show, but maybe like a graphic novel would be awesome. I'm really into the graphic novel, guys. I'm gonna hurl over here. No, I think it's really important. It's a big part of Michael's character that he's gay, right? If I had an actor, I would like someone who knows where that's a lived experience for them, you know? So that I wouldn't have Tom Holland do that. Especially because he's gay with a ton of religious trauma. Yeah, I think a visual novel would be super cool. I've never heard of Y the Last Man. What is Y the Last Man? Explain to me Y the Last Man, Baritone Broadway. Am I aping someone else's creation already? Oh, whoops, my bad. Awesome! We love railguns.
Railgun reloaded.
I don't know. Would you guys read something like that? Would you guys, if it was written by a competent writer, does that have teeth, or am I just like speaking to nothing and no one in particular? Little bro thinks he's a writer. I'm just glad I actually wrote it down. You know what I mean? Because usually I don't write things down. I have these big, grand, sprawling ideas, and then I don't write them down. And I've probably forgotten entire worlds that may have been something if I just took the effort to sit with them for a little bit. Sounds thought-provoking. Thank you. Yeah, I just really like the idea of, like... And it's less about zombies and more about the systems that treat people like zombies. You know what I mean? And I'm worried about, like, some of the themes and stuff like that, because it's like, oh, you're going to write about schizophrenia? But yes, I want it to be about dignity, right? At the end of the day, the story is about human dignity. That's what I want it to be. Why the Last Man is a graphic novel that focuses on a man named Y who has a pet monkey and lives in an apocalypse where all males of every species suddenly die. You had me at pet monkey. Did they make a show about it? I think I remember hearing there was a show about it. That's interesting. It's interesting. It got a bad TV adaptation a while back, but the series is very good. Awesome. Yeah, see, I think it you know what it could be? It could be a Telltale game, if Telltale still existed. Everybody loves Telltale. Tall men tell no tales. Okay. Are you guys talking? Whoa. Synchronized dance movements.
Fight's at hand, sir.
Yes, it is. Fight's at hand. I'm here. I'm in the fight.
Ready up, Chief. This ain't break time.
What, guys? Stop! I'm lining up a shot.
Gunner on. Move out.
I'm lining up a shot.
Let's move out.
No, shush. I'm lining up a shot. You guys, see, if you had let me just line up a shot, I would have killed that guy faster. That bullet would have traveled harder. But you didn't let me line up my shot. Stop walking in front of me.
Now is not the time, Spartan.
What do you mean? Are these guys talkative? Ah, Telltale. Forever teasing Wolf Among Us 2. I need to play Wolf Among Us, guys. That game is awesome. That game is awesome. Wolf Among Us is awesome. I don't know if I could play it on stream, though, because there's a brief moment of boobies in it. And I think... Can you turn off boobies in that game? Asking for a friend. What are you doing? There's a general down there. Everybody get inside my warthog. Everybody should get into my warthog. Have you guys heard Hot Drinks? The Wendy's training video? No. I don't know what my plan was there, but it wasn't good. It wasn't a good plan. It was actually a really bad plan. Okay. These guys might be dicks. They're rude. Easy. Check your space. You're lucky that Chief decided to get up in your space. He doesn't have social skills. He's scared. He's like a little marmot. A terrified little marmot. And the first time he tried to touch another human being, you told him to check his space. How dare you? How dare you? That guy should be dishonorably discharged. Strung up by his toes. Chief wanted to give him a hug. Okay. Nice!
Good.
Do you see that? We blew up the thing. I'm trying streamer talk. How is it? You guys liking it? Do you feel included in the gameplay? Oh man. Okay. I love sniper rifles. I think sniper rifles are wonderful animals. I want him to try to ram me so that I can take his stuff. Okay. Not good. Not good. Oh! 9 out of 10 streamer vibes. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I hope you guys love it. Okay, I need to probably snipe someone out of the ghost instead of doing whatever the heck I was trying to do. Okay, Wraith. Yeah, that's a change that I think is interesting, that you can't one-shot headshot any of the elites no matter their rank. That's a change I don't know if I vibe very much. I wonder why they made that specific change. I do like that the grunts are almost always the ones driving the ghosts. Grunts should drive ghosts. Ghosts are terrible animals. Nobody likes ghosts. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm getting styled on. I'm getting styled on by Covenant vehicles. Oh! Please. Please. Please! Okay. Okay. We're just gonna have to be careful. We're just gonna have to... Oh! Hey! I didn't realize that the, Can I target locate that? No, but I can get onto the rocket turret. Okay. So yeah, like, the Mammoth was supposed to be able to, like, full send... Oh yeah, I was going to talk about Mammoth textures, right? So the Mammoth actually uses a ton of recycled textures, right? Like, the railings here are actually recycled battle rifle textures. And you might be like, oh, is that... were they lazy? Actually, no. The problem is that Halo 4 was so big for the Xbox 360 that they needed to cut corners in certain places or the game would not run. So reusing textures was one of the best way for them to do that. I think that's really fun. I think that's really fascinating. Did they blow up the rocket turret on one side? Yeah, it looks like they did. Or maybe it never existed here. No, that looks like somewhere where a rocket turret would be. Maybe. I don't know. Well, I'm just disappointed that there isn't a rocket turret on this side. They must have blown it up. That makes my life so much more difficult. Okay. Ah! Bad shot. Bad at video game. Someone should remove me from the populace. Yeah, okay, there we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. You know what would be awesome? Thank you for the shot. You know what would be awesome? If I had a Banshee. That would make my life so much easier. If I had a Banshee. Banshee best vehicle. Break, 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 break. What's everyone's favorite North American megafauna? Mine's the Glyptodon. My favorite North American megafauna would have to be the giant ground sloth or the short-faced bear. I do like Entelodonts as well. Those are the murder pigs that aren't actually like pigs, but are closer to like really big bulldogs. Those are really cool. Highly recommend murder pigs. You should look those up. The Glyptodon is great as well. It's... Woo! No! Everything sucks! Balls! Murder pigs are terrifying. Murder pigs would be your perfect, like... I'm an orc and I'm riding something that isn't a horse. You know what I mean? Like, that would be a perfect... like... Oh, there he goes. And I wonder why they haven't decided to do that yet. Woo! Woo! North American megafauna should be used more often in fantasy. American lions? Everybody loves the American lion. What about those murder birds? I don't remember what their scientific name is, but the murder birds are pretty awesome. Like 8 foot tall, ostrich-like birds with big claws and big meaty claws. Terror bird. Yeah. Like, there should be some... there's, like, stuff you could do there. There's creation... There's stuff you could do there. I was actually thinking about Ice Age, because we watched Ice Age the other night. Hey, why does everybody hate the baby? What did the baby do? Why are you guys so mad at the baby? Somebody wanted to put the baby in a meat grinder. Why would you put the baby in a meat grinder? It's just a baby. I don't know if you want to do that. That's bizarre. Shout out to Moose, the only North American megafauna left alive. Shout out to Moose. Everybody love your Mises? You Mooses and your Mises? Yeah, I don't know why everybody hates the baby so much. The baby's fine. Out of like child service like characters, out of characters that exist only for children to latch onto, the baby is one of the better ones. You know what I mean? Because it's not like one of Don Bluth's characters where it's the kid with really pronounced speech impediment, and because they have this super pronounced speech impediment, you can hardly understand half their dialogue. And I'm not trying to like make fun of children with speech impediments. That's literally the definition of punching down as far as you can go. I'm mad at Don Bluth for thinking it's cute. I'm mad at Don Bluth for putting it in every single one of his movies. I'm mad at Don Bluth for taking these child voice actors, putting them in major roles in his films, and then, like, giving them plot important lines that people have to listen to. That's what I'm mad about. Like, Bluth, come on. Why are you doing this to the poor kid? He can't say his L's. It feels like you stuffed as many L's into that line as possible because you thought it was cute. That's not fair or nice or kind. The baby's more of a MacGuffin. Yep. The Moose did a lot of good things for the Monty Python's The Holy Grail. This is very true. The baby's more of a MacGuffin. Yeah, the baby's less of a character and more of a MacGuffin. It's fine. It's perfectly fine for services of the story. I agree in that. I don't understand why people hate the baby so much. But I was thinking about, like, how ice... Whoa! Okay, that was bizarre. Nice visual glitch. This game kind of, doesn't know how to run. It doesn't know how to play. It doesn't know how to be a video game. Somebody should help it. Somebody should teach it. No. Got it. Okay. We're gonna try to get in close. Yeah! Okay. We're done with this thing. Ow! Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Okay, well, at least we got to see that glitch again. Everything's fine in the world. We're okay. It's like nothing bad ever happens. It does make the uncanny animation of the movie glaringly obvious. Hey, it was like 2004. But yes, you're right. Pixar was looking amazing at that point. I think it's one of Blue Sky's first forays into that. Whoa! This is difficult because the tank wants to kill me really bad. I think it's one of Blue Sky's first forays into that film medium, isn't it? I think so. But I was thinking about how that's like the only movie with humans in it. Whoa, what's he doing? Hey, bud, what are you doing? Turn around. Oh, okay. This is more difficult than I'm making it out to be. I could have probably killed this hours ago. Unfortunately, I keep trying to do the same thing instead of changing up my strategy. And because I don't change up my strategy, I die because the strategy gets me killed. These are the... What is he doing? Do you think I could get up close while he's distracted? I was thinking about Neanderthals and early humans, right? Because humans are an old race. We've been around here for a while. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Humans have been around for a while. Around 250,000 years, if not longer. We don't know. That's, I think, the oldest fossil on record. Around 250,000 years. And humans have been the same since the beginning. I think one of my least favorite misconceptions about humans is that there was just like this moment in history where we suddenly became human. Not so. Not so. We've always been the way we are. Just with less knowledge and less access to world-ending tech. He cannot get in close. Hey, eat something, Baritone. Eat something, Baritone. Eat something, Baritone. Yeah, I cannot get in close. Well, he's distracted. He is definitely making me work for this. And it doesn't help that I'm talking about Neanderthals. I'm channeling my ancestors. No. So, okay, good. Yes, fire your shot. You can't hit me. Ah, okay. Yes. We're good. You can't turn. He's dead. Yeah! You can suck it. I only need... Oh, Rook forgot the E. I saw B and filled in the... I apologize, Baritone. You can take this whip and flagellate me for my sins if you want. Rook, eat something right now. So, like, humans have always been humans. We have always had culture. We have always had language. We've always had gods and monsters. We've always been that way. The problem is that we didn't invent written language until about, like, 10,000 years ago. If not, like, 6,000 years ago. I don't remember the exact timeline. Written language is very young compared to how long we've been on this earth. But I think something that's even sadder to me is that we weren't the only ones with language. We weren't the only humans with language. There is pretty strong evidence that one of our shared ancestors with Neanderthals, because we share an ancestor with Neanderthals, had the ability to speak in complex language. This ancestor lived 600,000 years ago. There might have been complex language on the Earth for 600,000 years, and we'll never know their stories or their thoughts or their songs or their beliefs. We'll never know how they interacted with the world. And I want to, like, Neanderthals went extinct about 40,000 years ago, which is crazy to think that a human-type creature went extinct, right? Like, to be able to think about the fact that you're the last one left. Now, the last Neanderthal probably did not have the ability to think that, because how would they have known that they were the last one alive? But if the Neanderthal had access to information that we do today, they could have totally have been able to come to terms with the idea that after they die, there will be never another voice, another name, another Neanderthal like them. That's insane! They all just disappeared. Completely gone. Actually, all of our, like, all of our subhuman, not what I meant, but you know what I mean. All of the other human types disappeared. Denisovans? We don't even know what they look like. All we have left is their teeth and their art and their DNA. Actually, you want to know something really interesting? Do you think about the Library of Alexandria had stuff? Probably not. I don't think the Library of Alexandria had stuff about them. Because they died 30,000 years before written language. And, like, Denisovans, so I'm hoping I'm saying their name right. I don't know if they're Denisovans or Denisovans. They actually live on in our DNA. Neanderthals do, too. Anybody with freckles? Neanderthal DNA. But, the reason why Tibetans have the ability to breathe as easily as they do in the Himalayas and stuff like that, it's a Denisovan trait. It's inherited from one of our cousins that disappeared tens of thousands of years ago. Because of interbreeding with the Denisovans, Tibetans can climb Mount Everest easier than anyone else can. That's crazy to think about. I was thinking about language in particular, because language is so important. Language is what sets us apart from animals. When people ask, like, what do we have that everything else doesn't have? It's language. It's language. So, the idea that there were other beings on this earth who not only created art and had burial rituals and had religion, but also language is, first of all, mind-boggling. And second of all, are there any words left in our language that comes from them? Do you think at some point in human history, a human pointed at something and asked, what is that? And a Neanderthal responded, it is this. And their word for this is the only thing that remains of them as a culture, as a people, as a race. I don't know. I don't know. But isn't that... I threw a grenade on accident again. I want to know. I want to know what words they said. I want to know how they talk to each other. And, uh-oh. Hello. I want to name it the mollusk. That, my friends, is the sea cucumber. Gnooshk. Yeah, they said gnooshk. But what did it mean? I don't know. I think about stuff like that a lot. I'm like, what does that mean? What did you say? Actually, I did look it up, and there are Goshawk. I have the gun. There are certain words that scientists think have been, or like linguistic scientists have been part of our language for as long as we've had it. And they're actually really poignant words. Yeah, there was an Aztec language that was knots and ropes. Yeah, we have tons of like shorthand and bizarre like languages that only exist in, like, shorthand is something that could be considered similar to that, in my opinion. A language that you can only speak by being taught to. No, there are certain words that have probably existed for as long as we have. And they think that they are mother or mom, because most human languages in the world actually use an M sound for mother. And because it's one of the first sounds that a human being can make. Ma. So they think that that is one of the first words that it has been a word in human language for as long as we've been able to speak. Another one is hand. Hand would have been one that we have always been able to say, which is interesting. Another one is Gnooshk. Another one is not. We have always been able to say not. This is not, which I think is pretty fun. And then one that I thought was really fascinating is star.
Time it right, and we should be able to ride it inside.
That we have always been thinking about the stars. You know what I mean? That even back then, you know, like the stars are so important to human history that they have been part of our language since as long as we've been able to talk. That's just fascinating to me. That's just really interesting. We've always looked up and wondered what else is out there. You know what I mean? From the first time that a human word was spoken to now, we've always looked up. You guys should look at cave paintings sometime. Like, really, just spend some time thinking about cave paintings. You know what's really interesting about cave paintings? Is that a lot of the earliest ones in Europe probably weren't painted by humans. There is a lot of evidence that suggests that the earliest cave paintings in Europe were actually painted by Neanderthals, which goes to further separate them from this idea that they're cavemen without, like, I wonder how long, yeah, like, yeah, like, how easy would it be to interact with a person who came from 250,000 years ago? I'm sure we'd figure it out. We've always been able to. We've always been able to. I'm just very sad when people reduce all of human history and, like, culture into the idea that those who came before are stupid and those who came after are smart. You know? Feels bad. Not an idea I like.
That did it. Time to make an exit.
I love making exits. Oh no! I didn't think there was fall damage. He fell from orbit. He fell from orbit and that little 50-foot fall killed him? He reached terminal velocity at 50 feet but not 2,000? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Oh my gosh. I think after this level is where we're gonna end tonight. We're gonna try to finish out Halo 4 tomorrow. I'm speaking like I'm pretty sure we're close to the end of the level, which is why I'm bringing this up. You didn't activate armor lock. Oh yeah. That's my bad. I did a doofus. Don't tell him I'm here. Covenant. Covenant. Okay, we're good. Rook, did you eat? Rook, did you eat? Rook. Rook, did you eat? Rook. Rook, did you eat? You better have eaten. Rook. Rook, did you eat? If you haven't eaten, I'm coming to get you. Okay, we're having some ish. Yeah, good. Good. I like it when my friends take care of themselves. Oh god. Immediately just take a bunch of damage and die. It would be embarrassing. Oh! Oh, hey! Okay, guys, I'm sorry I did it right the first time, and then every single time afterwards, it's been a failure. I haven't gotten past the first group of enemies. I don't want it! I don't want it! Okay. Oh, man. Oh, man. Hey, you know what I think is, you know what I think is really interesting? People think of, like, velociraptors, such as I, as these kind of, like, apex predators capable of, you know... You are so mean to me. You are such a mean and cruel individual. And a bad man. You're a bad man. People think of velociraptors as these apex predators capable of taking down even the most mighty of dinosaurs. 'Twas not true! Velociraptors spent most of their time chasing down, things that were similar to rodents. They were called multituberculates. They're tiny. You should look them up. They're kind of cute. That's what velociraptors ate. Multituberculates. They also might have eaten protoceratops. We have a very famous example of a protoceratops fighting a velociraptor, and then they both die, and they were locked in immortal combat for the rest of time. Pretty baller, pretty metal. Very good find for dinosaur peoples. They had tuberculosis. I think that actually tuberculosis and multituberculates have a similar etymology. There's like a reason why they're called that. You know what I mean? So you're on the right track, and I love you for it. But never make a joke in my chat again. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna do the same exact thing I did last time. But this time, I'm slowing my descent. Look at that. Are those Spartans in the side gonna jump out, or are they just gonna blow up? Is it just drifting away? Bye, sea cucumber. Bye, mollusk. It was fun playing with you. I want it to blow up. I want to watch it blow up. Aww. Is it just gonna fall? Oh, never mind. Yeah, baby. That's good stuff, guys. Cool guys always look at explosions.
Lasky, this is Infinity. Status.
Mammoth's in pretty bad shape, sir. She'll make it to the objective.
Oh, hey, they had rocket launchers in here. That might have been helpful against the,
I'm sending teams out to pull some of their fire off you, so you can make it to the gravity well. Roger that, sir. Gypsy, let's move.
Oh, sorry. I got totally distracted. How do you think John would handle fighting a bunch of dinosaurs? He'd probably do really well. I think dinosaurs would have problems fighting, like, Spartans in general. It's not even, like, the guns. It's the fact that he could probably pick up a raptor and squish it with his hands. That would be my assumption. It would be cool to watch him fight a Triceratops. Why haven't they done that yet? How come there's no Triceratops enemy? That'd be a cool enemy to fight. Triceratops enemy. Ooh, they... Mobile mammoth. Like, that'd be a cool fight. Now you've given me a mental image that I'm playing around with that I love.
Blast it!
It's okay.
How? How is this okay? How is putting you at risk because I can't hold it together okay?
Why are you crashing out? Triceratops is my favorite. You see, one thing that I think is really weird. One thing that you just reminded me. Yeah, sinking his teeth into metal for the first time. They probably don't do that very often. These are all very good points. But I was distracted by Baritone Broadway's reference to Mass Effect. I'm gonna hold on to that now. I'm gonna hold on to that now. Because I feel like every single time someone gets their hands on the Halo like IP or the Halo universe, they go, man, I wish this was more like Mass Effect. I feel like it's happened twice. You know what I mean?
Sir,
because
I
like
can move faster alone.
Lieutenant Palmer is one huge reference to Commander Shepard. And you can tell that they really like her. You feel like the Chosen Tangent? You are the Chosen Tangent. Everybody bow to your new king of chat. So, I like, they obviously have a lot of respect for, like, Mass Effect, and they think Commander Shepard's really cool, and they want us to think their version of Commander Shepard's really cool. You know what I mean? And then the Halo TV show feels way more like a, First Contact War Mass Effect TV show. No, I died. Than it does like a Halo show. You know what I mean? Where, like, they make a very clear reference to Commander Shepard in that. Which, like, yeah, you can reference Commander Shepard, but how are you gonna reference Commander Shepard and have no mention of Sergeant Johnson in your Halo show? You know what I mean? Like, how could you realistically do that? How is that something you can justify? To me, it feels like it was meant to be a Mass Effect show, but they couldn't get the IP, so they were like, well, Halo is, you know, sci-fi. We can do something with that. I don't know, but this is all speculation, right? Maybe they had just intended to make a Halo show and went, yeah, we can make this better. And they absolutely could. I have harped on Bungie's world building and storytelling many times before. And that I wish that they... Again, a Hideo Kojima Halo game would be so cool. I want a Hideo Kojima Halo game. I think that would be awesome. Who do you think Hideo Kojima would get to be, like, in his version of a Halo game? Who would Hideo Kojima put in his version of a Halo game? Because I am interested. Would we have Usada Picora as a canonical Halo character? Would he put Conan O'Brien in Halo? I hope he would put Conan O'Brien in Halo. That would be awesome. I think Conan O'Brien should be in more things. It kind of sucks that he's in Death Stranding, but, like, put him in more things. Norman Reedus? Yeah, Norman Reedus would be definitely cast. But what would Norman Reedus be cast as? That's the question, right? What would Norman Reedus do? Would he Norman my Reedus? Where's the snipers? I'm getting, like, shot by snipers a lot.
Heads up.
Yeah, I have my head up. I have my head up. They're playing my song. Butterflies fly away. Norman Reedus, Keanu Reeves, and Conan O'Brien as the prophets. Yes, please. Written by Mel Brooks. Wait, that sounds so much fun. I was just about to say that, like, hearing the prophets speak in Yiddish would be really hilarious, but then I was like, oh no, we probably shouldn't make the shadow government, like, puppet masters Jewish. I feel like that would say very bad things about what we're doing here. Nope, have to go back to the drawing board. Yes. History of the World movie, but with the Halo trilogy. Exactly. Mel Brooks should also do more things. We should give Mel Brooks more stuff. I think he's really old. Is Mel Brooks still alive? Is Mel Brooks still alive? Is Mel Brooks still alive? My question is, ow. Why did Martin Scorsese act as a fish? Why did Martin Scorsese... Mel Brooks is 97? Dude, he better make it to 110. I feel like that's a really specific number, and it is, but he better make it to 110. 99?! You were 2 years off. I want him to make it to 110 at least. At least. Is he in Spaceballs 2? Is he gonna do Spaceballs 2? I want to talk about, like... I want to talk about Martin Scorsese fish. Because you know how many acting roles Martin Scorsese has done? He's done, like, 2. He has done very few acting roles. Mel Brooks playing a fish. Yeah, Mel Brooks has played a lot of roles. Mel Brooks was Bigwell. Mel Brooks played Bigwell. So, like, him playing that type of character, I could see it happen. You know what I mean? He's making Spaceballs. He'll be 101 when it's released. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him. They say the whimsical never die. I'll give him some years of my lifespan if he's asking. But, like, Martin Scorsese has done, like, 2 acting roles. And one of them is, like, in a serious, like, mob drama film. And the other one is where he played a fish in Shark Tale. Opposite Will Smith, who is also a fish in Shark Tale. You might be like, oh, you've been talking about Shark Tale a lot. This is true. This is true. I've been talking about Shark Tale a lot. It's because this game, you know what? I'm gonna say it. This game's bad at checkpoints. This game kind of sucks at checkpoints. It makes bad checkpoints. I feel like I killed so much Covenant and also, like, ran away so often to give myself good checkpoint. And I didn't get to use my checkpoint. I haven't watched the original Spaceballs in a really long time. The checkpoints are fine, just don't die. Okay. I think I'm gonna time that guy out. That guy's getting a timeout. Just joking. I don't want to mess with my systems, of course. If I had a mod, you'd be in so much trouble. Oh my gosh. No, give me ammo. That's not the ammo box. Where'd the ammo box? Help. Get good skill issue. Yeah, it is a skill issue, okay? Yeah, my skill isn't up to snuff. What are you gonna do about it? You're still gonna watch me. So, there. There's a lot of snipers on this ridge. Yeah. They want me to remember what it's like to play Halo 2 with this section, I think. This is the Halo 2 section of the game. There's gotta be a guy on the ridge behind us. You know what I mean? There's gotta be a guy on the ridge. Okay, careful. I don't want to get shot in the back. Of course I'm gonna watch you. You my baby. Skishu's abysmal. I am your baby, Rook. You folded me, you molded me, you put me in your womb, and you carried me for 9 months to make me the man I am today. And I want to thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. When is Mother's Day? Oh, watch out. Yeah, there's a guy on that ridge. There's a guy on that ridge. No... We're doing the sniper battle in World at War. Should I do World at War? Would that be a fun one that people would want to watch? World at War might be fun. I guess it's today. Happy Mother's Day! It's today! Why is there so many red blinking lights? Oh, he's behind like a glass. He's behind like a glass or something. There's so many snipers. What the heck, man? Remember when Call of Duty had like really punchy and like stories to tell and oh no. New checkpoint! Everybody rejoice right now. I need rejoice in the chat. The grace of God has visited us. It's a checkpoint. Those who are non-religious need not rejoice. I need to make this an inclusive space. You guys are really bad at answering my call and response. Oh, yeah, never mind. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing at my call and response. Baritone remains king of chat. Everybody bow to your new king. Okay. 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 Noivus. I'm Noivus. I don't want to die. No! There's no religion involved. This is nothing. This is not a theocracy. Okay. Okay. Simply rejoicing. Ow. Oh. Okay. They're not reacting normally to the situation. They have gone full extremist. Yes. I think... Hello. I think we're pretty... Oh, it's him. They're now doing Prometheans because the Covenant could not hold me up. The Covenant can't keep me down. I'm going to use a beam rifle. I'm wondering if it's any good against Prometheans over... How much ammo does it take to kill a crawler? Nice, 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 nice. Oh man, why does my face get so itchy? Do you guys get... Does your face get itchy? Do you ever think about how itchy your face is? My face is always itchy. And I don't know what I've done wrong. It's really only when I'm sitting right here watching the video game where it's like, but every single time I touch my face, Bea freaks out. She hates it. She hates it when my hands are on my face. She thinks that's awful. Well, what am I supposed to do about it? Oh. Okay, give it a second. Give it a second. Your room needs airflow? Oh man, you're probably right. Everybody's saying airflow! Oh my gosh, I'm being read to filth! Hey, is your air stale? Is your air stale? I don't know, maybe? What does stale air taste like? What do you guys think stale air tastes like? How does one improve airflow? I can't believe I got multiple. Is your airflow stale? What the heck, guys? I don't know. Maybe. There's probably a lot of things wrong with my room. It's musty. It's musty. It might be musty. I hope it's not musty. That'd be gross. I don't want to be musty. Like mildew? I don't think I got mildew. Oh my gosh. You guys are scaring me. You guys think I got mold? I don't want to have mold. That'd be so gross. I don't think I got mold. Now you're scared. Oh, you've got me. Oh, I am covered in blankets. That is true. I exist off of a cocoon of blankets. You guys are probably... I don't think it's mold. I don't think I got mildew. There's not enough moisture in here for mildew. But there are enough blankets. That is very fair. Dang, that's embarrassing. But it's like, it's a VTuber room. Were you guys expecting anything else? Come on. Come on. There are worse rooms on Twitch, and those guys have way more subs than I do. Maybe even an air purifier. Oh. Should I get a humidifier? I get pretty thirsty when I talk nonstop for like two or 3 hours. I have a water bottle here, but like I got pretty thirsty. Check the Warhammer minis. If they dusty, you dusty. Aw, man. You're probably right. You're probably right. I'm gonna have to go get a little air blaster and dust myself. Yeah, you're probably right. That's horrifying, guys. How could you read me out like on the internet like this in front of all these people? That's so sad. Yeah, an air purifier. That's not a bad idea. That might be fun. I'd purify my air. I have to be careful because I don't... Careful with humidifier. Don't want to damage your PC. Yeah, and I also don't want a humidifier because, like, then it really would get moldy. I don't think I need a humidifier. I just was referencing a line in a show that I liked where, the character is like, I sleep with a humidifier, and it becomes a running gag, and I really like the running gag. So, it was less an actual suggestion and more of, like, an inside joke for myself, which didn't translate. Oh, I'm interested now. Okay. So, remember when I said that the Covenant Carbine lost functionality from Halo 2 to the remake? It's because the remake simply used the Covenant Carbine from Halo 4. So, the Covenant Carbine actually lost functionality from Halo 3 to Halo 4. That's really fascinating. I wonder why they did that. So, it probably saved them a lot of time to just use the asset from Halo 4 instead of actually updating the Carbine with functionality to the Halo 2 anniversary. But I'm a little bit upset that they did that. I'm a little bit sad. Nice. Light rifle might be a good change.
Cortana to
What if I just
Infinity.
ignore them?
You're entering the Forerunner structure.
Ugh. I was like, what is that garbled transmission? He sounds like a...
Breaking up, but coordinates received, Infinity.
What is that called? Give me a second. Like a text-to-speech voice that got super, super, super garbled. Hi, Sentinel. Ow. He hit me in the head. I can only open doors once the Sentinel opens the door. And if the Sentinel opens the door, then we're good. Then we're fine.
This elevator should take us directly
Another
to the
elevator.
Infinity provided.
This game loves
those
elevators.
Sentinels wanted
But
us
it's
to
because
be
elevators
hands
hide
off
loading
line.
screens.
This could be a trap.
Do you know
that like
what
there's a
other
second
game used
possibility?
elevators to hide loading screens? Mass Effect. Also, the Forerunners just really liked elevators. There's tons of elevators in Halo 1. How come they can open doors, but I can't? What? You okay, bud? Yeah, okay. Every game ever. Yeah, every game ever. That's very true. Every game used an elevator to hide a loading screen. Every single one ever made, including all of them, actually.
We've reached the coordinates. This looks like the place.
Forerunner technology. I kind of wish the Forerunner still had a bunch of like hard light bridges. Maybe these are hard light bridges, but they look more like glass to me. I liked the hard light bridges from Halo 1 a lot. I like hard light technology. I know the guns are hard light technology, but like...
The cannon network must use these arrays for targeting and guidance. It's an automated system, so it won't technically allow me to redirect the cannons to fire.
I'm not over there, Cortana.
Technically.
I'm not over there. They were a true friend through difficult times. Yeah. The elevator ride last time I played Halo 2 was actually kind of really easy.
Cortana. Cortana.
Where'd you go? Current objective. Find the blue lady. Where'd you take the blue lady? I got a lady in my head who calls me Stud Muffin. Guys! Hard light bridge! My belly aching was for nothing! They still remember! Hard light bridge. Wow. That makes me look like a complainer for nothing. Hard light bridge. Okay. Okay. Let me out. Hi, Sentinel. Hard light bridge. Yeah, my prayers. What are they doing here? What are they doing here? What have they decided to do here? Oh! Blue lady. The lady is blue. Is that not your whole complainer for nothing? Amen. Amen. I am my worst enemy. And I bellyache about nothing.
Who are you?
I am what remains of the Forerunner, once known as the Librarian. My memories were retained to assist humanity on their path to the mantle. Though sadly, that plan is now at risk. The Didact is leaving Requiem. Soon. You must not allow it.
Leaving.
He seeks this. The Composer.
Yeah, I think one of the best things about Halo is that they make aliens that are truly alien. They don't look human, right? And having the Forerunners look so human is an interesting choice. I mean, they had like human body shapes and structures and like the visual novels and stuff before this. But they look really human.
Mankind spread into the stars with an unexpected, desperate violence. Entire systems fell before the Didact's warrior servants rose to halt the aggression.
I don't know if this lore is still accurate. I don't know if this got retconned. But this is the lore, everybody.
When the Didact finally exhausted the humans after a millennia, his sentence was severe. We had no way of knowing that the Forerunners were not your only enemy. Humanity hadn't been expanding. They were running.
Yeah, I don't think this is the actual lore of the Flood
Weakened
anymore.
from our conflict, we were no match for the parasite which pursued you. The Forerunners made plans for a final great journey. But the Didact refused to yield our mantle of responsibility. He would save all life in the galaxy, at a cost. In the Forerunners' quest for transcendence, the Composer had been intended to bridge the organic and digital realms. It would have made us immortal.
I like the
Its results soured.
music in this section.
The stored personalities fragmented, and our attempts to return them to biological states created only abominations. Such moral concerns faded from the Didact's attention. The Flood only assimilated living tissue. The Composer would provide the Didact his solution and his revenge.
The Prometheans. They're human.
They were only the beginning. He would have encrypted your entire race if we had not removed the Composer from his care and imprisoned him here.
Yep. So there's the big twist. That's why they're called Prometheans, because Prometheus, Titan, gave man fire.
Seeds from the Didact. Seeds which would lead to an eventuality.
Why didn't they just surgically remove everyone's spine? Because they're stupid. I hope this helps.
Your combat skin. Even your ancilla Cortana. You are the culmination of 1,000 lifetimes of planning.
Planning for what?
Yeah, Neanderthal discussion from earlier was actually foreshadowing. That's right, guys. I am a storytelling elite.
Reclaimer.
Yeah, I totally planned that.
Contains many gifts,
I totally meant for that to happen.
To the Composer.
You know me.
But it must
I know you.
How?
We know me. Me know you too. Therefore,
your evolutionary journey
yes.
must be accelerated.
Can I defeat the Didact without it?
You know what else comes full circle? Me, I'm in a spinning chair. So I'm spinning back and forth. Alright, we're back. This level is long. They're shooting at Cortana.
How do we get out of here?
Elevator.
Yeah, exactly. Correct. Exactly correct, Baritone. You know that I know that we know that you know that we know that I know. Oh. That sucks. Dick, come on. Stop running away. Let's play. I hate that Mars Needs Moms movie was all mocap. What are you talking about Mars Needs Moms for? I love that you are, but why? I want to talk about Mars Needs Moms. We're talking about Mars Needs Moms now. You know, that was a book adaptation, actually. Oh, dang, that sucks. They killed me. They killed me. Were you just thinking about Mars Needs Mom, or did you? Oh, Inthafen mentioned. You mentioned it. What? She kind of looks like Mars Needs Mom, alien. Were you talking about the librarian? I'm sorry I didn't see that in chat because that's hilarious. Yeah. That is an interesting comparison. I think they look like Kaminoans from Star Wars, or Kaminoans. Maybe if you read chat more. I read it plenty, I think. I read it plenty. I read it more than you guys deserve. I think they look a little bit like Kaminoans from Star Wars. Neck not long enough? Yeah, I guess that is like the most defining feature, but I meant in the face. In the face. Kaminoans. I'm gonna actually borrow the light rifle. Okay, we get it. The light rifle does a cool thing when it comes back to life. She looked like Voldemort. It's because she don't got no nose. I know your problem. Ain't got no nose in it. I'm gonna have one bullet. That's awkward. Oh, it reloads anyways, huh? That's fascinating. Even on the last, huh. You don't want to know that something that's really interesting about the light rifle actually is that it fires 3 bullets unzoomed. That's a nose. That's a no. it fires
Chief,
3
what
bullets
happened?
unzoomed and fires
Biobeams
1
all
bullet
over the
zoomed in.
map.
It's a long
That is
story, but I
actually
know
what
the
the
Didact's
original
after.
functionality
that
of the
fact.
battle
The
rifle
librarian
was
filled
in
me in when
Halo
she snatched me
2,
from the system.
especially during
But
the
what I
demo.
don't know is
But
what
after
she
the
did to
demo,
you.
they were like, it just fires 3 bullets all the time. So they brought it back for the light rifle, and I don't think it fundamentally changes the functionality in any meaningful way. I don't, because like, it still fires the same amount of bullet.
Sierra 117 to Infinity. What's our status?
Give me the tank. I need the tank. Oh, you guys have a tank.
Does Infinity have a shot on the gravity well?
Oh, Mongoose! 4 wheels in a dream, baby!
With the laser designator.
Everybody loves their vehicle missions. No, don't flip the hog! Good job. Good job, guys. I had a lot of faith in you. I believed wholeheartedly that you wouldn't do something stupid like flipping the hog. I'm very proud of you. Hey, Sergeant Stacker. You know, Sergeant Stacker was actually supposed to have a much larger role than he ended up getting in this game. It's kind of sad that he's only just kind of like has a... You guys saw that too, right? 4 wheels and a dream. Yeah, Stacker was supposed to be way more important in this game than the brief audio. Oh, that was a direct hit. Reference we get there.
Looks like we're blocked. Chief, head down and find a way to destroy that shield.
What happened? Why'd they just explode? They rammed the Wraith. And the Wraith didn't move anything. It didn't move at all. So therefore, all the momentum from the Mongoose's ram just blew them up. They're sending too much armor at me. I want them to send less armor at me. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck inside my vehicle. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Is it gonna go down? I want it to go down. Yeah, baby. I liked it way better when they fell and blew up. I don't like that they just kind of like, oh, if you're gonna come out. That wasn't very smart of him. I'm fine with him being stupid though. Anyways, momentum bug. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Keep it up.
Oh, hey. That's one way to do it, Marines.
There's a clearing just past this ravine. You can get out to the gravity well up there.
Huh. I don't know if that was the smartest idea, but it was definitely the funniest idea. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Baby, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Cortana, I forgot how to drive a tank. I'm stuck. Well, at least the Warthog still lives. Oh. I can't even take the tank. So, you know, it is the way it is. There's the UNSC Infinity.
Infinity, we're at the gravity well. You heard it, Chief. Line up the shot.
I did. Oh, there's my cursor right in the center of the screen. Good job, everybody. We get to go home now. Cutscene time.
Infinity cannot handle that kind of punishment. Not again.
This isn't about us or this ship anymore.
Sir, we've seen what the Didact is capable of. If we let him leave this world, humanity will be at risk.
Look, I understand what you think you saw.
Think?
With all due respect, sir, I know what I saw.
With all due
With all
respect
due
is one of the
respect to
best
you,
phrases
soldier,
in the English
I'm not
language.
willing to jeopardize my ship because of the hallucinations of an aging Spartan and his malfunctioning AI.
Sir, what if he's right?
Nav, as soon as we know we're airtight, I want a course laid into Caranay Station. Com, prepare a warning beacon.
I will not allow you to leave this planet!
Cortana.
I didn't mean to.
She lost her cool
Commander
for a
Left.
second.
Pursuant to Article 55 of UNSC Regulation 12-14572, I'm ordering you to remove that AI's data chip and retire it for final dispensation.
I don't want to. You don't want me to.
Remove the chip now, Commander.
Please.
His face kind of looked like Kermit's face scrunch.
Give
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? That's yes, that is correct.
Stopped. If you won't do that, I will.
He's going AWOL.
I am ordering you to surrender that AI!
No, sir.
Lieutenant! Arrest that man!
Captain!
Arrest him!
Captain!
Get word.
Everybody's losing their cool.
Cortana and I will do what we can back here.
Everybody's kind of losing their cool. They're all yelling. The emotions are running high. They're all yelling at each other. They're kind of losing their cool. Okay, we're gonna watch this beginning cutscene and
I
then
can give you over 40,000 reasons.
40,000.
I know that sun isn't real. I know it because the emitter's Rayleigh effect is disproportionate to its suggested size. I know it because its stellar cycle is more symmetrical than that of an actual star.
Why is it saying I completed every level on heroic
For all
difficulty?
I'll never actually know if it looks real. If it feels real. Before this is all over, promise me you'll figure out which one of us is the machine.
Why do you say if it looks real? You just said that it doesn't to you. Congratulations, you done it. Yeah, I guess I did.
So what's your plan?
Infinity's tracked the Didact's vessel to a docking structure.
This guy looks like a Boy
We'll jump
Scout.
ship as Infinity exits the
Lasky. He looks
No,
like he
something
says
in
G.
your orders to prevent
Willikers.
us from leaving. In case you'd already gone, I took the precaution of ordering a Pelican.
I want him in my
outfitted
Warthog.
for full combat pursuit.
Oh yeah, the bubble turret Pelican.
I hope to God you're wrong about that
Yeah.
Forerunner. Or whatever he is, Chief. But in the event you're not,
Venture Boy reject.
and Chief,
I think Chief would do very well in the Venture Bros universe.
both of you.
I think Chief would do very well in the Venture Bros universe.
Come on, Chief. Take a girl for a ride.
Gonna take you for a ride. Cortana would certainly thrive. Yes, she would. I think she'd mop the floor with quite a few of the people in that universe. She would have a good time.
The Didact used this composer to
All
create
right,
the
my
Prometheus.
friends. All right, my lovelies, my beautiful friends and my allies, my soldiers, my army, actually. Those who have sworn their allegiance to me in my eventual path to world domination. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys had fun. I always love having you in chat. It's a good, like, 2 hours and 20 minutes that we have here. Yep. I mean, most people in Venture Bros are straight up incompetent. Correct. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow night with more Halo 4 fun. Hopefully we finish it out. And then mark your calendars for Halo Reach on Monday. All right. Good night, everybody.